also using the opportunity, I would like to welcome head of our computing science department, László Négyesi, where also the András Telcs is working. He was the previous department head. So I think this department is one of the strengths of our institute, working lots of people into this direction. So now my privilege to call the next speaker, Roland Jakab, the head of the Hungarian Research Network. So please, you have approximately 30 minutes, plus if you have questions, we will have a few minutes for questions also.
Good. Working? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Peter, for the nice introductory words, and thank you very much for the invitation for this really important event. I'm telling you that this is important because these conferences will be decisive for the future, not just for the scientists and for the domain scientific communities, but for the industries, for the different science domains. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate the organizers for organizing this event for the 14th time. So Wigner Scientific Computational Laboratory of the Wigner Research Center for Physics, organizing this event for the 14th time, devoting special focus on massively parallel computing, visualization, data analysis in scientific and industrial applications. So I said that this is very much timely because the effect of AI for our life and for the welfare of the citizens are tremendous. It's really happening. We can just open the news portals, read the different articles, and we can immediately understand why is that special focus on this topic. That's why at the HUN-REN, Hungarian Research Network headquarters, we said a few months ago that build up an action plan. How will we enable our research community, our scientists, to do and use and adopt AI in their research programs, in their scientific activities? So we are on the way to execute this action plan, and I'm going to give you an update where we are currently and what are the key points where we are really attention and our focus. So from identifying needs to delivering on a roadmap. That could be the subtitle of my presentation. First of all, let's see the big picture. This is a policy brief that was published a few months back at the end of last year at EU, which is very much outlining in detail what we could achieve with the use of AI. And let me just read up this quote because I think this is very much important for us to understand the significance of the special focus on AI within our research network. Integrating AI in scientific discovery is crucial for enhancing the EU's competitive edge in the global scientific arena. Leadership in AI-powered science will translate into leadership in discovery and innovation, essential for economic and social prosperity and strategic autonomy. What else could be more important than these words? Innovation, economic and social prosperity, and strategic autonomy. So this is what is in stake now, competitiveness. And AI and the scientific results behind are the driving factors for the competitiveness of our economies and the social prosperity and strategic autonomy of our countries, of our communities. That's why we have to put this special emphasis on all initiatives that is addressing the adoption of AI in all areas in our economy, in our scientific activities, including our research network. Because AI in science can be a tool for accelerated discovery. And we have heard in the last presentation the computational capability of AI in many different scientific domains. And it can be a research assistant to writing code, do literature review, making predictions, data transformation, optimizing experiments, mining literature, laboratory automation, scientific communications. So in these areas, AI is a tool to accelerate the discovery process, and AI helping science to solve the big global challenges, the climate change, personalized medicine, AMR, discovering new antibiotics, fighting bacteria, drug development, tailoring treatments, material science, crisis preparedness, planetary exploration, serendipitous discoveries. So these are the big areas. And how can we really take these research activities and scientific activities? What are the key elements for AI leadership? We have to handle massive amount of data. We have to have the algorithms and applications and the necessary infrastructure for that. And in that, HPC plays a key role in the development of AI, as it provides the massive amounts of computing power for the development and training of general purpose AI large-scale models. This is what we put in focus in the upcoming few months, years, to develop the HPC capabilities of Hungary. We developed the computational power capabilities of Hungarian research networks, because it's really kind of value chain. Why am I saying this? If we have reliable, clean data, on that we can build applications, and the applications research programs will result new applications. The new applications will facilitate and also generate more data. More data will, again, many new research programs, and then more applications, and so on. So this innovation circle is one of the key importance that we would like to put in focus, and what we would like to highlight and also strengthen in the future. How will we do that? Building the infrastructure, building the necessary scientific community, and also facilitating such events, matchmaking events, where industry representatives and scientists can meet and really talk about their inventions, ideas, how should they really put the new ideas into the value chain and generate innovative products, and also contribute to generating new companies, which will then provide economic development for Hungary. We put this program, this infrastructure development program, in the AI strategy of Hungary. And we said that we have to help Komondor, the born of Komondor, and which is the first HPC supercomputer of Hungary, established in Debrecen. In 2023, Komondor released with significant GPU clusters. In 2025, next year, we are planning to do HUN-REN cloud GPU extensions. And in 26, probably we can release off with extended GPU capacities. And as I said, these are the environment where we are currently. We have the EU policy briefs, the understanding the significance of AI in the future of our communities, countries. We know that we need to build up infrastructure for us. And how will we adopt the use of AI within Hungarian research network? We defined a small community, a small group of people who are coming from our institutes, as well as from the consultancy domain in Hungary, and identified that first we need to understand what's really what is at our hands, what kind of interest we have from our researchers, scientists, and how are we currently using AI in our scientific activities. And based on that survey, we can say that most of our scientists agree that AI will be very significant or transformative going forward. And in all fields, we see that in natural sciences and mathematics, life sciences, human sciences, everyone who filled out this questionnaire said that AI could open totally new research fields, and AI could make science significantly faster. And we also clustered those use cases that we got through this questionnaire. And here we can see those breakout points that our researchers identified. So for example, genomics and proteomics, image processing and remote sensing, numerical modeling and simulations, healthcare and biology, environmental science and ecology, language technologies and text mining, social sciences and humanities, and concrete projects, what they stated in this questionnaire, and also formulated the needs and the need for help and support from the scientists who are capable of giving advices, building up models, providing infrastructure and application support for our scientists. So the AI action plan, we need to inspire researchers how to use AI. We have to build a state-of-the-art tooling for that, provide scale data access, and give ideas how to use that in a transparent and responsible way. And our ultimate goal is to support breakthrough research by empowering researchers with the capabilities of AI. And what do we mean by inspired, capable, and supported. So there and pursue new ways to do research or new topics to research. They have to have access to quality upskilling and personal support in case of AI related research. Needless to say that these photos that I'm going to show you generated by special applications based on the text what we put prompt field. So upskilling and inspiring from Python AI library basics to Gen AI usage, general trainings to specialist workshop, knowledge to download to hackathons. We are scaling and building up the AI ambassador program and also hire generalists in the HUN-REN research network. So we'll, and of course we will contract specialists also when the need is arising. And we would like to create long-term collaboration with fellow scientists through matchmaking. So this is one element of our AI action plan. Inspire, show best practices, use cases for our scientists, scale up, build up the AI ambassador program, as well as hire scientists as first-line support for researchers to give them ideas how to use AI in their scientific activities. So the state-of-the-art tooling, what do we mean by that? Technology is advancing faster than ever. We have to be as close as possible to the frontier of support tools, both in software and hardware, while maintaining safety and sovereignty. So find a way to purchase AI tools, licenses for scientists and researchers. And we have to have people who can navigate the apps and on-demand flexible hardware. That's also a key ingredient. And improve, for example, local cloud booking, flexibility and utilization, and map demand growth with hardware development growth. Scaled the third leg of our AI action plan. Accessing data redefines research opportunities. Managing data indicates a new burden for researchers. So we have to work together to support new data collaborations and eliminate friction in data management. So a complete data plan and data strategy will be formed and created. For example, streamlining data collaboration, standardizing frameworks within our research network. We are scaling also up our legal support capabilities in this domain and set up data governance processes. Then we will put special emphasis on accessing new data sources. So we try to identify the potential data sources that our scientists and researchers could use, setting up grant data accesses and using centralized negotiation opportunities with potential data partners. And of course, we have to set the stage for technology-enabled private data collaboration. So a dedicated person, a dedicated team later will address the data-related activities in order to give support to our researchers. Responsible and transparent, more powerful AI and data management tools mean more responsibility. Researchers have to be clear on the hows of ethical AI and data usage, and be able to comply with them. What does this mean? We have to support policy development, and we have to do the policy, the alignment with policy makers, and proactively offer and suggest special activities, special laws and regulations for Hungary, creating, for example, special sandboxes, technology and regulatory sandboxes, offer this to the business community, offer this to the researchers in order to experiment, in order to try to identify new areas, new business opportunities, new regulatory opportunities that will boost the Hungarian economy. And of course, we have to, we are not alone in this process. We have to ground this internationally, all of our efforts, and aligning with the EU efforts, and build up a professional grant management organization, which will also give support and help to bring home new grants for our research activities from EU and from international sources. The AI Ambassador program that we have already launched, this means that a group of scientists, group of researchers who are heavily using AI in their daily activities are requested to join us as AI ambassadors. And those fellow researchers will help the institutes and the researchers in a certain institutes to show best practices, use cases, international examples, organize special workshops and trainings. And all of these will focus one thing: to increase the adoption level of AI in the scientists, in the researchers' activities. So these colleagues will help us to navigate the available resources, channeling emerging needs, and, as I said, disseminating good practices, providing inspiration, providing information and new updates or available resources. And these fellow colleagues will help us providing field feedback on central efforts, and they will also test new tools that are getting on the market and be available. And of course, they will have in continuous dialogue with the central team, the central support team, on what are the latest good practices that we could spread and disseminate all over in our network. So we can say that we connect researchers with AI enabling resources. I mentioned these pieces in my presentation. I mean, the availability of data, the hardware capacity, infrastructure, good practices, legal templates, corporate cooperation through matchmaking efforts. Then we are building up the advisory service in the network. So specialists will be available for our researchers in the headquarters. And on a project basis, you can request for their support. In the first phase, we will hire three colleagues who will be assigned to these scientific projects and will be available for all of our institutes. And in the long run, if the need is there, we are ready to scale that up further. And of course, we would like to empower our researchers and somehow facilitate to go beyond these activities and show the key programs and also disseminate the key achievements our scientists using AI. By that, how can the question is that how can we together improve usability and support? How can we really improve utilization and access and improve state-of-the-art computing capacity? In this action plan, what I've already detailed to you, as I said, putting high emphasis on the adoption of AI in all levels of our planning, a lot of training programs, a lot of special weeks where we will organize lectures and we will share best practices on a quarterly basis and these lectures and these special events will be available for everybody, every researchers, every employees, research network. We are scaling and building up the AI Ambassador program. We are facilitating to build up cutting edge infrastructure within our research network. We are put special emphasis to hire new competencies, build up the support center for AI adoption in the headquarters, and also ready to finance and support events that are created for matchmaking purposes. So our research result shouldn't be end at in publications only. We will continuously strive and find the ways to put your ideas, your efforts, your research results, outcomes into the value chain and find the way harvest, find a way to innovate on your ideas, creating matchmaking events, as I said, supporting the conferences that you are bringing to us, putting on our attention, because as I said in the beginning, it's a competitiveness question. The Hungarian science will not be competitive without the use and in all levels in our activities. That's why we created this action plan, and that's why we will formulate a complete strategy, which will not just focus on 1 or 2 years, but for more years going forward. So thank you very much for the invitation. I'm wishing you good discussions and interesting lectures, presentations. And as directors said, there are so many plans. I'm absolutely positive and ready to support this and scale this up, especially this virtual community for our Hungarian research network, and put a high visibility and high reach to all of the activities that you are planning. Thank you very much, and all the best for today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And maybe if you wait just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Thank you for the summarizing the HUN-REN strategy and the near future activities. If you have question, comment, I think this is an excellent time. Gergely, please.
Thank you very much for this nice presentation. My question, I think a lot during the last 14 years, that how to get a matching between the industry commercial direction, which is from people who are coming from the scientific communities, the academia era is pretty hard. I find myself in this situation very weak, I would say. So even we have a lot of connection through the many years. So how do you see how this could be improved in the future? How the program, the action plan can help us to improve this in the future?
Yeah.
How could we catch the industry?
How could we catch the industry?
That's the better way of.
The most important in this to meet them. So we have to find the time. We have to find the opportunities to meet them and start the discussion. You know, I'm coming from the business. I'm coming from a big company.
This is why we asked this from you.
So I heard a lot of pitches from scientists, from is what they have and what kind of cooperations they could foresee and facilitate. Absolutely clear, and we saw a lot of opportunities to cooperate, but the relevancy and attachment to the core activities of that certain company, understanding what is really the heart of the existence of that company, what are they really visioning, and how could we connect the implementation of that vision. It's very simple. I'm saying that, okay, connect to mission, but these kind of identifications will happen only in occasions when the scientists starting to discuss things. So we shouldn't rest, and we have to convince them to sit down with us and discuss and by areas which are highly relevant for their core activities. Not kind of an innovation related projects, okay, because sometimes the big companies saying that, okay, this is something new, let's put it on our innovation. And then first, you always have to focus on that certain company's core products and services. And if you find a way, how can you really help them to grow connected to their core activities and core products, then you will win. And based on that cooperation, of course, you can really opportunities, other areas to collaborate, but the core activities are really the key, and finding the way, finding to attach your ideas and activities to those core things. So that's why, and invite them conferences, invite them to talk, collaborate, because this is really what I discovered that we are not really organizing such big events where we just talking to each other. And soon we will launch a special program. Should I say this? Which will very much facilitate collaboration. It's about that we are creating a simple software. We are putting all of our employees database, and the software will pick one researchers and another researchers and book a calendar in a calendar invitation, book a kind of meeting time. So maybe it can happen that a historian or a physicist will meet every Friday from 2 p.m. to 2:30. And they do not need to present anything, just talk. Just talk what's really matter for them, why enthusiastic to discover new things, their specific area. Just talk. And we ask only half an hour from every researcher. And you will see it will help, because after 4 weeks, because every week we will ask half an hour to participate in these programs, you will have the chance to understand life sciences a bit better, and natural sciences maybe from other domains a bit better, or shape sciences, arts and humanities. Also trigger and try you to understand better the other scientists' daily activities and will inspire you. I'm convinced that this will this such a small step, but still will help to understand each other and maybe connect and each other's scientific activities.
We are looking forward for such an action because I think most of us are very much introverted, so we are an inner person.
Yeah.
And this really demands the communication with other people and also improve the skill into this direction.
Yeah,
and I think this is very necessary for the scientists to communicate and to collaborate.
Yeah, exactly.
Last note.
Where do you see we have a larger chance to catch the collaborating with larger companies or with small medium entertainments?
Yeah, I believe that we should definitely approach the big enterprises who are maintaining and operating large research and development facilities in Hungary. So they could be one of the target groups, especially if they have some kind of applied research activities. Would focus on them for sure. But Hungarian Research Network representative scientists, especially those who are extroverted scientists and extroverted and like to talk about their scientists and can formulate in a bigger context the impact of their scientific activities. We have to delegate these scientists into technology coalitions, for example, and the communities coming from different industrial alliances. Just to go there and understand, because these communities are organizing innovation days, organizing special matchmaking events that we are just not aware because we haven't explored. So there are so many companies, there are so many special programs in Hungary, the startup incubator programs, other big events that are organized by venture capitalists. Why not to listen in? What's happening there? Maybe it will not give immediately results, but after a while, if we are getting more and more closer to these communities, it could trigger something in our minds that could lead cooperations with smaller companies or with potential investors in a certain domain. So big companies, because they have a large scale and the possibility to invest and really devote some researchers' time, and also the smaller companies.
Thank you very much, and I think we are. Question.
Very short. It was triggered by what you just said. So we are always, all of us, always thinking about using AI and introducing it in our daily life or scientific life. Do you think it's possible to foster the other way around, trying to push the scientists to actually build a better AI, more sustainable, more optimized, better working? Do you think this is possible, or is it something that is also part of the goals?
So you think that how the scientists would
can help
closer to the industry? So this is our problem, that we are losing our best students because they are very often, very early moved to the industry.
Okay. I see. I started a provocative discussion. I didn't mean that. No, but mine was very much at a scientific level. How much is there in the scientific community the interest in not just using AI, but in trying to make it better? You see, this is something that people don't often talk about, but I think it could bring big contributions to AI itself. You see, it's difficult.
AI research, researching AI.
But starting from the people that actually need it, right? From the scientists and the physicists.
In the national program, the recent national program on artificial intelligence just really focus on this part. So the national laboratory, I think in
Yeah,
that sense in Hungary, so with the Stucky, with
Yeah,
the
the AI
mathematical
national
research
and the
institute,
autonomous networks national laboratories are exactly focusing
much
on.
more on the research of the AI, and in some sense here at Wigner we are much more focusing on the application, and we are not doing so much. But maybe Laszlo, what is your some of the persons in research?
That's in a smaller scale, of course, but we do research on AI, and I guess you, Gergely, or your staff also working on developing the AI